Hey, welcome back to Volkoff Plays Hades 2. I'm excited to be here and ready to get things underway for tonight. If you missed the weekend activities, do recommend checking them out. Encourage you to go check those out as soon as possible. It was a great weekend of a bunch of queers and good times. So hopefully tonight we can keep things rolling. Um, Probably looking at some higher tier clears, trying to clear some testaments, upgrade some weapons, continue to find what Nocturnal Arms aspects fit our playstyle the best, and explore all the boons that this wonderful game has to offer. Again, special thanks to Supergiant for a fantastic game, a early access game that feels like a complete game to me, so I'm really looking forward to the finished product. So let's get underway, and thanks again for joining us this evening. Alright, so tonight's recommended Nocturnal Arm is the Black Coat. And we don't have any of the aspects unlocked aside from the default one. We do have the ability to unlock Aspect of Selene, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You start with Skyfall, a hidden hex that strikes multiple foes and applies Shine, and Shine is a curse. Afflicted foes take plus 50% damage from Omega moves. Last 8 seconds. So let's check it out. And as a result, we might also want to take a look at our Arcana real quick. One thing is we have not completed an Underworld run with the Furies activated, and that's the last Arcana card that we have not had activated. So I'm going to take a look and see what we can replace that with. If we use more than 2 Arcana cards with the same grasp value, then we lose this card here, the Queen. Any boons that are offered have a 6% chance to be duo whenever possible. I think that card has procced a lot on very successful runs for us. I'm trying to avoid that. So it looks like it's going to have to be the Huntress that we lose. Oh, that's going to not give us Divinity though. So Divinity, this card will only activate if we have a full row somewhere. And so plot thickens.
Wisdom of the ages.
Might go buy some psych so I can unlock another point of grasp real quick.
fair trade.
You got the bones for it. Oh, looks like this is done. Or it needs more. Oh, okay. We'll keep saving up.
Think I can raise my grasp. I can do this. The Enchantress. For the realm.
Okay, so to get our next testament, we only need to play on 2 fear on an underworld run with this aspect. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a couple levels of Vow of Hordes, which actually, as I'm talking out loud about it, I'm going to take 1 and 1 here, just to make it a little quicker. Okay, so we're gonna do Underworld Run. We've got a Prophecy to fulfill. If we can clear this Underworld Run with Furies activated, which it is.
Focus.
We've got our Crystal Figurine Trinket, which is going to activate one of our inactive Arcana cards. And we just keep our fingers crossed it's a good one.
Where's the commander?
Alright, so I think we are set. The only thing I might want to look at again here real quick is Silver Spade. Can we upgrade this thing? Doesn't look like it. Okay, off we go.
I'll make this count. For the Silver Sisters.
I sense the possibility of concentrated violence from your current whereabouts. Soon then the killing shall commence. You need but choose the means by which it shall be done.
I was pretty happy with wounds last time, so I think we're gonna go with that again here.
No.
Alright, what a transformation that is. So let's take a look. Attacks dealing plus 30% damage and reaching further ahead. I think that's pretty appealing. Otherwise, the attack range is pretty limited. Got a couple of other ones that are interesting. Omega Special, locking on faster using minus 20% magic, and then fully charged Omega attack having 100 power. But I think we're going to go with Siege Frame, just the base attack bonus.
The black coat shines. Lost souls, I'll lead you to your graves.
Harry's did you whenever there's a bloody dust up, tempers flaring and all that, he will do everything he can to draw it out. This must be quite a big dilemma for him, mind.
I think, again, it's so early in the run, Quick Luck is a good pick, especially an epic version of it. Obviously, we're going Chaos.
It is yours. You have completed a number of the trials I have put before you, Spawn of Hades. I would offer you my gratitude, except I thought my stardust would be of more use.
Plus 85 max life is a pretty good takeaway. So let's just hope we don't get tapped up too much here.
Woods take you. All laid to rest.
There's actually a certain appeal here to getting a stronger Poseidon boon off the bat, especially if it's Sea Star. And that's kind of what I might skip the Arachne encounter and just cross our fingers we get a good Poseidon boon out of this here.
A root stalker. Now, Shade.
Kronos warrants every bit of justice you dispensed and more, my niece. I was already angry with him after everything he'd done, and that was prior to my realizing that he'd unleashed terrifying Typhon on us all.
For me. I bid you shine for me again tonight.
You bear the mark of chaos, little star. The most ancient being in existence lost a child to our common foe. Thus, the great creator becomes the great destroyer through you. Grow strong under the stars.
Selene's hidden strength. Think you can catch me? From the king and queen. God Charon. In the name of Hades. The ocean's fury.
Treasure from the sea.
Oh, if only. Some assistance, please. No escape. Looks like a figment. Nemesis.
May I help you? You're late. Already took care of things here, though you'll still get your share, I'm sure.
If you insist on trying to hunt Kronos down, why don't we work at it together at least?
Can't be seen with you, and don't need your help besides. But I get you need mine, so here. Take this, and you never saw me. Got it?
Mine.
Look to my light nearby.
Here's the gold.
There were occasions on which I would pay the boatman's fare myself. So many souls did I send down at once into the underworld. Those were good times.
Ooh, now that is a very good one for us here. Foes with wounds may suffer 200% damage when struck. And we're pretty much... yeah, we're in business. I like that one.
The black coat you now possess, surrounding you as though it was forged with you in mind. I feared that it was broken and beyond repair, but it was merely waiting.
Waiting for me. I've never wielded anything like it. Cassynth doesn't exactly listen to my thoughts, but heeds my every instinct.
Not your every instinct. The arms of night have a singular purpose, which they go about each in their own peculiar respect. You are to execute that purpose without fail. Crossed flames awaken! Divide and strike.
stronger.
Something nearby.
Oh, I was hoping that this would happen, but I wasn't sure if it could or not. But basically, what just happened there is our trinket, which gave us one inactive Arcana card, activated Judgment. Judgment as an Arcana card, you are only allowed, I think, to activate 3 other cards or 4 other cards, but it activates random Arcana cards after a Guardian battle. So basically, when we kill Scylla, we're gonna get 5 unlocked, and then if we beat Cerberus, we're gonna get 5 more. So we're basically, by the end of this run, we're gonna have every card active because of that. So that was very, very lucky, which just happened to us, and very cool. So hopefully I don't choke away.
At last.
You rabble-rousing miscreant again?
Which keepsake now? Very well. Going down. Some coins. Ensnared. Oh. You shouldn't have crossed me.
By grace of night.
Down we go. Tula, catch. And caught. You did it, Tula. Be safe, Lord Charon. Olympus, I accept this message. The King Vermin. Tula, now! Not really dead, are you?
You're in blazes, aren't you now, Sunshine? It's like you're at the bottom of the sea. Wherever it is, it's awful dark. And as you know, I've always got the cure for that.
We sure do love our damage, don't we? and that is a pretty decent one. I do like Supernova.
Brilliant
I
as
just can't
always,
stop
cousin.
myself. I'm sick. I need help. Speaking of, I'm sick and I need help. There's a chaos thing, and I just can't.
Why
I
not?
can't stop it.
By the will of chaos.
More damage? Yeah, that sounds good.
It is decided.
This is private property.
You know, you may be asking yourself, Nick, we just watched you take a chaos boon, and it said that you want to earn any gold for 5 encounters. Why did you do that Infernal Trove? And the answer is really simple. The answer is that I'm an idiot. Very simple.
There you are.
Spouts are up.
Clean. Short work.
Good evening.
What's all this extra generosity from you lately? It's putting me on edge. Don't you go acting like this is goodbye.
It's merely that the arrow-riddled remnants of my foes give me occasion to reflect. I tell myself never to take my dear friends for granted.
We've bigger problems on Olympus than we counted on, I hear. Our worst fears realized and so on. You'd think I'd be more capable of tracking prey that's Typhon size.
You were tracking Kronos, me perhaps. But if it's any consolation, finding Typhon ought to be quite easy at this point. Bringing him down, less so.
I'll take your word for it. My father's much too proud to call me back to aid in our defense. Says I'm still needed here. If he wants Typhon to himself so badly, he can have him. The choice is yours. Smart.
Farewell. I need this.
Your father was solemn and difficult even whilst young, quite honestly. What my daughter saw in him, I could not. Yet my Kore, as I called her, she would brighten around him.
Make the sacrifice.
But I'll obviously be super tempted to swap that out because I love freeze as the primary afflict. We're going to take steady growth because we're still early enough in this run for this to really become important for us as well.
It's Charon. Death to Kronos. Don't you have any new material yet, Skilla? You'd likely garner a much bigger audience if you had a few more songs.
Shut up! We have more songs than you can count. You're just not ready for them yet. Nobody is. Perfection takes time, lady.
But perfection is always out of reach. If you keep pursuing it, you'll never get there. You must have a work in progress you could play instead of the same old stuff.
The same old stuff? Did you just hear that, girls? I think she meant to say your greatest hits or your all-time classics, didn't she? You just don't get it, lady. We're here to please.
You know, honestly, I did like the song, not gonna lie.
A pearl.
Alright, so as we talked about at the end of Act 1, we just had 5 new cards get activated there. And we'll have 5 more coming up after the next one. Really huge for this run.
Always use more. Join me. Sure. showed them, Tula. There.
Yes, please. Any anti-armor. And honestly, that one's pretty cool too, because it's another passive. When your attack strike foes, your special has a 35% chance to fire off. But we're gonna go Melting Cross.
The black coat grows strong. Ah. The boon from Chaos just took hold. That was all of them. There. Oh, don't you hiss at me. I usually like snakes. Hear me, on my authority.
We're gonna go ahead and take some damage for a cast.
Better.
Not great, that's alright.
It's over. Poor Sobby. Aren't you a welcome sight?
A welcome sight. A welcome sight. A welcome sight.
I know you didn't always speak this way, without the full use of your voice. But you possess such strength despite the change. My words, perhaps, but the intent is yours.
My words, but the intent is yours. My words, but the intent is yours.
I don't want another boon of Apollos. Let's take a random boon from the previous night and see
Take
what
care
we get.
now. Take care.
Okay. Attacks may inflict daze. That's pretty good, just for damage reduction. Just aren't using specials very much. Can take some additional bonus damage to armor also. I'm gonna go with attacks inflicting daze though.
I have more nectar for you, Echo, if you please. Where I am from, it's a small gift we offer those we care about. I don't know about you, but even just handing over this stuff, I feel a bit better.
I feel a bit better. Bit better. Bit better.
corrupted. Grow golden once again. Straightforward.
If I'm reading that correctly, does that basically say going forward we're only going to get boons? Because if so, that's awesome. I'm going to take that.
Adequate.
We'll do a little experimentation here.
Come on out. Olympus, I accept this message. Death to our foes. Mourners. Think I can finally go. This way feels right. What do they want? Been rolling around in miasma, have you?
disposed of his thick miasma coat, the triple-headed Cerberus finally relents.
Oh.
We basically ended up with all but 2 activated going into the next one. It's pretty awesome.
You there? You're from Elysium. I'll leave you to it then.
I wonder who that was, or who that's supposed to be. It's a shade. She recognized him from Elysium, which is from the first game.
Keepsake ran out.
Trying to remember
Done.
who that would be, so give me some time. I'll think about that.
Here goes. The lowest reaches. It worked.
You tell Hades I said greetings if you happen to run into him.
More? It's me. The Earth's bounty.
Greetings.
You saw what happened. What Kronos did to Mother and my brother and the rest. Where are they? Where is he holding them?
My knowledge of this is not up to date. He made everybody stop somehow. I saw them, still as stone. Not petrified exactly, but ensnared in the great hall of the house. He must have stored them someplace else inside.
Even when I'm able to vanquish Kronos on a given night, most of the house is sealed off, and I'm unable to remain for long. How can we break them out?
Perhaps if you ask the Titan very nicely, he shall comply. Daughter, I know of no way to undo his work, and have no wisdom to impart. But this I can provide.
We'll take this just because it's a fated choice, although it certainly will be helpful in the final encounter.
Now leave me be.
I shall return.
Feared watchdog Cerberus regards the princess with his 6 expectant eyes.
3 chambers left.
My granddaughter.
I go out of my way to offer you my strength and you refuse? That's not something any self-respecting god can abide.
We fickle gods.
Of anger was all. We gods are easily hurt for a bunch of immortals.
Extra dose, that S tier skill, making another appearance late in this run for us.
3 chambers still to go.
Which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and take on this boss for Poseidon Boon as well.
Best keep your rodents to yourself. Ugh, that stench.
That's how you do that.
Hear me, on my authority.
What a bummer to get C-Star this late. I'm taking it anyway. Why not?
Good. You test my patience. Enough of this.
Have another!
Awesome.
Few more chambers still. Let's see here. goldfish. The house.
Really good at forcing a decision out of you, right? So 1,387 gold is what we end up with. There is a nightmare available for purchase for 1,300, and hopefully I'm not squandering this run right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I don't feel like I need anything else.
Some nightmare. Refreshing.
Do not presume to test my patience here.
I felt a tinge of satisfaction, yes. But you do know
Sorry
what's
for
an even
cutting you
greater
off,
feeling than
Kronos.
thwarting the father of all monsters, don't you?
If you insinuate that besting me in battle is a thrill akin to overcoming the great despoiler of Olympus, then you flatter me, my girl. Go on and try, even as Typhon stirs.
To survive.
You think that you prevailed?
For Hypnos.
All right, nice clear there.
Zodiac sand.
Didn't really feel like the build was going to be anything too great, but I think the things that have pushed it over the edge was the rarity gain. And hilariously enough, as you saw on that screen there at the end,
Such power.
that boon triggered on itself
Should have a look
and made
around.
itself heroic, so it was happening every 3 encounters by the end. Also pivotal was unlocking the Judgment Arcana card and activating in total, I think, 10 by the end.
Veiled Millennium long bided
So,
her time.
very satisfactory clear.
So too must wait a little longer those desirous of the details of her glorious revenge.
Ow! Return to Shadow now? That's more like it. Got him again. But we're not finished yet, are we?
You know how late it is?
Vengeance for my family.
What would you say is the most frightening thing you've encountered out there lately, Mel? It's important for someone in my position to keep up with the latest on this front.
Well, I'd have to go with the raging infernal beast guarding the only viable way into Tartarus. Absolutely massive, countless sharp fangs, 3 fire-spitting maws. Though he's also my family's dog.
Ah, you had me going. Well, if you're telling me there's nothing scarier out there than a pet dog, it means I've got no competition. Time to rest on these laurels some more.
Please make yourself comfortable.
All that you see is my domain.
Thank you for waiting.
You are emboldened by your knowledge of the past. Your father rules the underworld by right. Forgive me if I overstep, Princess. It's just, it seems to me that you and Nemesis don't always get along.
Whatever could have given you such an impression, Lord Morehouse? Perhaps all our incessant squabbles over petty things?
They can't be petty things if they're of your concern, or for that matter, hers. I understand there's some dispute about your task. You were chosen for it, she was not. True?
That's true. Nemesis trained hard, but so have I. The choice was never mine, yet she blames me.
If I know Nemesis, she blames herself. Although she takes it out on you, that I can see. If anyone, she ought to blame the fates.
I know, right? Sister Artemis, I really have to talk to you about something of the utmost importance right now.
Nice try, Sister Malinui, but I won't break that easily. Not here. Now, are you going to join in or not?
Moonlight, guide us home tonight in shadow alone.
Next time.
From the world above, safety and in solitude, sisters wait. Shades lost and ever wandering, strength.
and night to take away this pain that we may fight.
By your will. The tactician brings ill tidings with an optimistic bent. Fine. And what news from the men of the Isles, if any yet survive?
According to my confidants, they've all sworn in with Kronos, I'm afraid. Mortals, they often want whatever they don't have. Another golden age in this case. The promise of one.
'Tis a lie that spares their betrayal rather than a promise. They shall perish then, by the wrath of the gods.
And then their wretched souls shall hound us with renewed vengefulness. I've witnessed endless wars before, madam. So have you gods. How can we stop this?
We cannot. Melinoi, however. Certainly you can, correct?
I can and shall.
Where'd you come from?
Sisters away. The moon marks her passage silently, watching with the eye
Here you are.
of us all, hiding in plain sight, keeper of the night.
You. The first few times I saw you out there, I figured you were just venting your anger. But you keep heading out night after night. You're determined, but you're going to get caught.
Not if no one says anything. Besides, Hecate likely already knows. She isn't dense. Just letting me learn whatever she thinks I stand to learn the hard way. Works out for both of us.
Fine. We're both learning a lot, I think. But I don't intend to let up on any of my responsibilities just because you're trying to achieve what I've been tasked to do.
Somebody's got to do it.
Perhaps later. Sleep well. Salutations. Take all the time you need. A snake reed.
Further on. The Slayer of Titans returns!
Welcome to your new abode. My brother must have been immensely strong, if he could sometimes even take my father when they sparred. Is there some favorite technique of his that you could pass along?
No, there is not. My disciples must each follow their own path. Keep following yours, and mayhaps you too shall become powerful enough to beat your papa up.
Commander, my father is bound in chains in Tartarus.
Then it ought to be easy.
I can now redo prior Chaos trials, just because.
Alright, so that's going to do it for tonight. I know it's a little shorter session, but still happy with one more clear before we sign off for the evening. So, good, profitable weekend. Definitely a few runs left in this game for sure, but just some housekeeping odds and ends. We're obviously coming close to the end of what we can do here with Hades 2. At that point, we'll have a couple of different options, but I'm leaning towards going ahead and starting the Final Fantasy VI playthrough that I've been talking about and teasing for more than a year now. And so, obviously, more to come on that, but just something to keep in mind. Might be coming up pretty soon. But more Hades 2 next session, and we'll see what we can get done next time. So, thanks as always for watching, and we will see you next time.